Hello everyone, and welcome back to my drama review. We are doing a weekly Crash Land Onto You. We're doing episode 3 and 4. It is a really good K-drama, and just before we start, we are doing a contest where you obviously like and subscribe. You subscribe and then you follow me on Instagram. You write down your screen name, and at the end of the month, I mean in calendar month, the contest started today. So at the end of the month, you get 3 items from my unboxing. It could be from Mutants, Loot Crate, or any of my other unboxings that you see on the channel. It's random. It does help somewhat if you're a girl or boy, what I choose, but at the most it's random. You can obviously say I don't like this, but it's random. But it's free and you can always sell it. And remember, at the end of the month, if you have written down the comment and then I look and you're not actually following, then you don't win, because that's part of the contest. You have to keep following and you have to keep subscribing, and it's free. And basically a lot of the videos that are scheduled are already subscribed to my Instagram, into my IGTV, so enjoy. We get into it. We start right after last episode, episode 2. Rai Jong has said that is his fiance, and that she is from Section 11, which is a secret organization of spies that go to South Korea and I believe to other places. They go in and, you know, basically obviously spy, and so that's why she sounds different, she talks different, she, you know, all this other stuff. And so it seems like it's a good thing, but it's fine. The town women find her kind of ugly, which is funny, but that's after the morning, after everything is gone. People accept that she's from that, because, you know, there's no way to verify as of right now. So what you find out is that he actually does have a fiance. It's Soldan, played by Soo-ji. She was previously in Heart Surgeons. She's accompanied by her family member Ko Mong-suk, who's played by Park Mon-hoon, who was in Parasite. There's a lot of Parasite people that I'm reviewing, which I didn't know. Obviously I have to watch this movie. It might win an Oscar. So he previously helped Ron Jung get out of jail, revealing that his family is high ranking. Rai Jung borrowed his car, so Sodan says that she will go and get it herself, even though Kalmon says she doesn't think she remembers it. And South Korea, Mr. Hong prepared for the worst, while Kwang Dong-ho, the purchaser manager whose job is in jeopardy because he was an asshole and decided to be an asshole to his boss. Now with the company in jeopardy, he doesn't know, he's freaking out, because if she doesn't survive, he's going to get fired. He's played by Kang Dong-ho, who is the main vocalist for Newest, which is having a career revival because of Produce. Sadly, Produce, and if you are into K-pop, you know that Produce is rigged. And a lot of stuff in those contests are rigged. It's just, they're really, really, really rigged, and there's no point of even auditioning unless you're from a certain companies. So, let's move from there. They plan to go on a boat. This will go into international waters and then go to another boat that will get her to South Korea, which sounds great. Before they get there, another boat stops it, and Ron Jung, remembering what one of the men said about South Korea dramas, they share a kiss to fool them into thinking that's an early honeymoon trip. They then go back. She's frustrated. she frustrated. The next one, she goes to try to paraglide back home, and she tries to signal out, but North Korean troops hear the signal, because obviously any signal coming to South Korea, because of human smuggling, because it's illegal to leave North Korea unless you have a special pass. And so they in a last-ditch effort, they paraglide out. So her thinking next is, while she's talking to the group of men, she figures out that he's not really high-ranking, in a sense, even though his family is, which she doesn't know. She feels like, because a lot of high officials nearby him don't like him, that she needs to get higher. So she decides to befriend the colonel's wife. And so what she does is, before she kind of refused to hang out with the women in the village, they asked her to make kimchi, and she refused, saying, "Oh, I don't eat kimchi, so don't worry about that. I'm not being involved." And before they go and say, "Oh, you know, the colonel's wife is having a birthday, you should bring something," and so she's like, "Okay, yeah." And then they go, and she befriends the main woman in charge. She makes it so at first the women make fun of one of the women, who you find out later is actually an important wife of someone else, which I'm going to talk about probably in another video. I'll put the face so you remember going in. And you find out that she makes it into something very fashionable and stuff, and the woman finds her to be a great person, because instead of them making fun of her, they're like, "Oh, I want you to make me clothes and everything," because she makes it seem like it's really great. And he's like, "Oh yes, in South Korea, that's what these people do," and it's just a regular dress, but she just makes it, you know, she accessorizes it, and then it makes it something different, and it becomes something else. But the woman, the second in command, kind of pisses off, because she's like, now she's trying to favor her. And so Rajong then goes to investigate the accident with the robbery, the grave robbers. Another side note, you meet Jung Won Book, who's played by Kim Young Min, who was in Between the Seasons. He was wiretapped. He wiretaps the conversation. The woman, that's his wife. He also listens to, you find out, listens to the moment that Rajung's brother died. He died of mysterious reasons, and he's been, since then, been looking to figure out why his brother died of mysterious reasons. Jung Won Book, he doesn't like his job, but he understands that it's a purpose. He works for Cha Chong Book, played by Oh Mong Suk, who was previously in The Prime Minister and I. He goes with other military to secure a truck unit, and is killing people and selling priceless items. Ron-jong goes back to the site. He finds some materials that shouldn't be there. Ron-jong then goes and picks up Sunri after she talks with the colonel's wife, Mong Young-ae, played by Kim Jong-nan, who was in Dangerous Families or Meet the In-Laws. They bicker. They take a bike ride back to have campfire and sojuk with the army group. As they do, Rajok still stares and eats and drinks. You know, they have those long stares because, you know, they're starting to feel something toward each other. They're getting emotionally attached to each other, but he doesn't really get that this is emotion. Then you start to also have the idea that Sunri has feelings, but he then reveals that he has a fiance. Check back. Son Den, buying clothes with her mother, swings by to tells her that this year she's gonna get married. Park, another diversion and thing. Rangjuk's brother, played by Park Hon Soo, who was previously in Bad Guys: Reign of Chaos, and Ko Song Ah, played by Young Jin Min, who was in Joseon Survival after the dinner with family. Their mother says, it's a lot of information, sorry everybody. They will wait for her, played by Park Eun Jin, who you'd also find out basically when the brothers figure out that think that she's gonna dead, they say, oh, that why don't we just don't say anything, she's dead, and you just name one of us. He says no, she's alive. And through conversation you find out that Sunri is a illegitimate child of their father. They bicker among each other, and so what you find out is that the next day, one of the brothers goes to the company and asks Mr. Hong for financials. Then you go and find out that Yusi Her, who was who swindled by the guy Sun Yin, played by Kim Jung Hoon, who was previously in Rosebud, and Chairman Chun Hong Won Jin, who was in Unfinished. They fled to North Korea, and Yoon could not get his money back. So because he wants to become the next person in charge, he has to go and get it. So Sung Jun tries to pick up so the guy decides he wants to, put around, because he's in North Korea. He ran away, the swindler ran away to North Korea. So Dan, as we know, is on her way to go pick up the car, and she's in a cab, and it breaks down. So on his way to just put around the swindler, he picks her up and he drives her and drops her off, and while he's driving her and he picks her up in front of the house, Sunri and Rangjuk are actually walking back, and he swears up and down that he's seen her before. You'll find out how that works out later. And basically they walk and they see her, and so it becomes this awkward thing, like, oh, you have a fiance, and he's like, oh no, I'll never see her because she's not even in the country. And boom, as they walk up, there she is. All right, see you guys later. This is a long one, sorry. Bye.